your girl Frenchie J here, and today I am doing a sickle cell talk video for all my sickle cell warriors out there. Today, let me just say this first and foremost, I hope you all are feeling as well as can be expected, if not at your best. I was admitted into the emergency room on, I believe it was Sunday, so I'm feeling a little bit better. And for those of you who gave me your prayers and hope that I feel better, it worked. So I really appreciate that, and I just want to give some of that love back. Okay, so today I wanted to make a video about stress and mood and how it affects sickle cell disease. Everyone generally knows stress and how your mood is day to day should be at its best. There's good stress, there's good moods, but on the flip side we have bad negative stress and bad moods. So I was just making this video to give you a little insight on what stress can do to a person that has sickle cell like myself. So I would generally say my stress level, if I have to rate it from best to worst, about a medium, honestly. I'm usually right in the middle between good and bad. It doesn't take much to put me in a good mood, and it doesn't take much to put me in a bad mood, which of course is not conducive to a person that has sickle cell disease. Stress directly affects your nervous system, whether you have sickle cell or not, which when you are in a situation where stress is imminent, the first thing that's going to happen is stress is going to release two hormones in your body, one being cortisol and the other being adrenaline. These two hormones cause the body to go into emergency mode. And when you're in your heart beats faster, your muscles tighten, your blood pressure rises, you start breathing faster, and your senses sharpen. You increase your stamina, your speed, your reaction, and it enhances your focus. That's when you go into that whole fight or flight mode and on from there, depending on what your stressful situation is. But daily stressors like being a mother, being a father, bills, driving, figuring out what you want to eat, walking from the couch to the mailbox without tripping over the cat can be a stressor. And it's easier to trigger in a person that has sickle cell. Not taking away any other diseases or any other people that have anxiety disorders or any other condition that stress affects you negatively in. But just talking to my warriors out there, I believe stress has a way of getting into our system a little bit faster than if we didn't have sickle cell. I did some research and I found that they took about 15 people with sickle cell disease and gave them a journal. And over the course of 3 months in this journal, they asked them to write about pain, stress, mood, healthcare, and meds in relation to how mood and stress affects their health and how much medicine they took. At the conclusion of that study, it was found that mood and stress directly affect sickle cell pain crisis that same day. That's something that I probably already knew in the back of my mind, but reading it kind of gave me a whole nother outlook on it. It also stated that when the stressors that could be controlled were removed, pain crises lived on. So it's easy to say that stress increases the role of a pain crisis in a sickle cell patient. The reason why I'm talking about this today is because I want to be transparent with you guys. My life isn't perfect by no means. You can see from my videos what I'm dealing with now, trying to find an apartment. I'm a caretaker currently for my grandparents, and I have a son, a young son, so life gets hard, and for the majority of the time I'm doing everything by myself. And I just went through something yesterday that was really stressful for me, and when the situation was ongoing, I didn't feel any kind of pain or any kind of indication that I was going to be in a crisis. But in my mind, I kind of knew this is going to put me in a crisis. How many of us have said that before? So as I'm driving down the street after dealing with this stressful situation, I feel my back tense up. I felt my breathing become labored. It just was a range of things that I felt in my body that it just triggered in my brain. Stress, pain, stress, reaction. So the first thing I know to do is cut on my radio. And I love listening to music. I put the aux cord into my phone and I listen to anything in relation to what I'm currently going through. If it's a breakup, if it's a fight, I listen to Adele and Mariah Carey. Like, that's what I have to do. And it sent me back to the episode of Empire I watched a couple of weeks ago when Andre, who was bipolar, went off the deep end, and the first thing they did was bring Jennifer Hudson in, and she started doing music therapy with Andre. I didn't know that music therapy really existed, but that's my way of coping with stress. I hope this video was helpful to somebody out there who's dealing with a lot, who's going through some things day to day, and I hope that you all can find a way to reduce some of the stress in your life. I'm sure that reducing some kind of stress in our lives can, in the long run, help us not have as many crises as we do. Find your own niche. What helps you reduce stress? Is it a bubble bath? Is it music? Is it going to hang out with friends? Is it being around family? Do that. Eat healthy, drink a lot of water, and please, please, please try to stay positive. And of course, thank you for watching.